Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, where I'm going to be going back to the Challenge from Leviathan Chaos quest, and this time I'm going to be bringing a bit more of a fun team for it. I'm going to be bringing Krile, Relm and Sherlotta, with a Sherlotta friend support and Ramuh as a summon. So this is the team I was talking about before. I kind of got an itchy trigger finger with my tickets while I was away, and I decided to pull a little bit on Krile's banner. Now, I was originally going to skip her, because while she is quite a fun character to use in my opinion, she has her issues. That is to say that she is primarily a support, one of whose major gimmicks is that she increases, she magnifies the amount of elemental weakness damage that all of your characters deal. But unfortunately, apart from herself, there's not really anyone who can take good advantage of that, because Krile's attack stat is among the lowest in the game. In fact, I literally think even among all the JP units at the moment that I've got 70 out of 70 and the EX pluses, she has the lowest attack stat out of everyone. And she also has very few passives that actually increase that attack stat. She's got a CS 58, which gives her a 40% max brave and attack aura, which most supports have, and then she's got an extra 10% max brave on top of that on the CS 68, but that's initial bravery as well, not attack. So she still only has 40% attack aura, and she's got a self buff for I think 50% of attack on Ray of Hope plus, but that's literally all the attack boost that she gets. Meanwhile, you compare it to someone like Cloud, who gets at least 80% attack for free, and he gets his self buff, and his attack is already much higher than Krile's to start with, and you can kind of understand why Cloud deals a shit ton of damage and Krile just doesn't. So if you want to make effective use of her in the Chaos era, you're really going to need to pair her up with people who have strong auras and who can patch up that loss of attack stat that she has. So Krile's actually pretty good if you use her in a team that has overlapping auras. If you don't, then you'll find that later on in the fight you're going to be dropping the ones, and it really sucks, because although her skill, her ability multiplies the amount of elemental damage you deal, anything times 0 is still 0, right? And that's just going to get rounded up to 1, so that really sucks. But on the other hand, she is quite fun to use. Her EX drops 3 separate HP attacks, and it either hits 9 or 12 times, depending on whether or not you've decided to purple her, and she then, for the next 5 turns that any actor in the stage takes, so like any enemy, any ally, after every turn for 5 turns, she batteries you for 10% of the total damage that she dealt when using her actual EX skill, which is really friggin' awesome. In some lineups, you can, especially if you have a strong HP plus, you can really save on skill usage that way, and you can really sort of keep up doing good damage. And if you have a launcher on the team, or you have someone like Sherlotta with a skill 2, you just get absolutely nuts on numbers if you make good use of it. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. And I honestly find her she's just a really fun character to use. I like Thunder Magic. I liked Krile in FF5. So yeah, that's really going quite well. To be honest, I've messed around with a few teams with her. I mean, Sherlotta actually only gives a 10% attack aura. Relm gives 60% with full artifacts. But I've used her with Wall. I've used her with Zac. I've actually even used her with Pain, because Pain is actually quite good to use with Krile in my opinion, because she not only provides a 40% aura, but she also debuffs the enemies as well, so you even further increase the amount of gaps that your stats have. And Krile's constant batterying from all the damage that she deals is going to really help Pain with the fact that her skill 1 only has 3 hits, and I know a lot of JP players are quite salty over the fact that her HP attack, her skill 1 is still only 3 hits with no splash, and that honestly really sucks. I'm really disappointed by Pain's EX+. But anyway, that's beside the point. I kind of wanted to use this team because it's basically a full Loli team. You've got Krile, Relm and Sherlotta. I know Charlotta's technically a cat, but I mean, as certain dojins have said, a cat is fine too. But let's not go there right now. I don't want to get hauled away in the back of a white van, but I thought this would be quite a fun theme to use. So I'll show my Krile's artifacts. I have kind of average ones. I've only got her attack 108s at the moment. I've not grinded artifacts for her at all at the moment. You might notice that her CP is actually only 320. That's because I've unequipped some of her speed passives, because honestly she's fast enough, she doesn't need it, and of course, as we all know, if you have a slower speed, your EX charges faster. Don't ask me why, that's just the game mechanics. Relm has her full auras going on, which is the most important thing, and she has a decent amount of attack as well. And Sherlotta is Sherlotta, and she does what Sherlotta does. So I think Sherlotta's quite a good bring here, especially because she has that gravity brave shaving on her EX skill, which you're absolutely going to need, and she also has a healing aura, and you are going to take some HP damage here. It's kind of inevitable. Like, you don't really want to run without Wall or Sherlotta or someone that can sort of bring some degree of healing. And I've brought a Sherlotta friend simply because I am looking forward to the point at which we can go into the summon and we will just drop skill 2s everywhere and the boss's HP will absolutely melt into oblivion. I've also tried it with a Decil friend as well, but I think, to be honest, I'm going to try and last until the very end stages of the fight, or if we reach a position where I'm not going to survive if I don't bring in the friend, because Leviathan's bravery, if you don't have a strong brave shaver, can sometimes get absolutely out of control and you need that little bit of assistance in order to not die. So without further ado, let's jump in and see how we do. So my Krile is only at 0 out of 3 at the moment. I've not used any ingots on her, I just kind of have her plussed up because I'm not entirely sure if I want to invest ingots into her at the moment. She is quite fun to use, but she's still, you know, it's just fun, if you know what I mean. You know, there's nothing too impressive about her, she's just a fun character. So let's get the thunder up there. We'll get sketch up with Relm, which we kind of need. And this is pretty much the worst nightmare in terms of turn order, because it means you're going to not be able to avoid taking some HP damage. If Relm gets targeted here, then we're kind of fucked, because even Sherlotta's sap will not be able to save us. Oh, and of course I just got broken. That was my bad. I should not have used I should not have dumped my bravery there, because now this thing's got a freaking veil on it, and I'm not actually going to be able to do anything. Yeah, let me reset this one. You may or may not have spied a cheeky reset there, and unfortunately that was inevitable due to the fact that I screwed up the opening turns, someone got broken, and we were just, you know, we were pretty much screwed. So let's try again. And this has this happened again, unfortunately. I can't seem to avoid this. So we need to not get broken, because if we get broken then the boss gets a bravery veil and it's just all kinds of horrible. But we also need to absolutely tick this thing's bravery down, because if we don't then we are literally dead. And we had no choice but to get broken there, unfortunately. There, we've got rid of the veil. Unfortunately, some degree of fuckery was a bit inevitable there. So we should be fine to dump bravery here with Sherlotta, because we're going to use sketch summon with Relm. To give her that little battery so she doesn't get broken. I say a little battery, it's 50% of max brave, that's not little at all. So that's what I mean, sometimes you will just take HP attacks out of literally nowhere, and there is no way to avoid that. Let's get up the attack buffs with Krile here. Okay, and we can pop off our first EX. If you just think that was missing out on about 30,000 damage, so that's still pretty impressive in my opinion. So I'm going to just HP attack plus here with Relm, because that kind of allows you to save on skills that way. And in fact, I can actually just use Hurl Staff on Sherlotta, because the sap and the extra battery will mean that she's in no danger of getting broken. Okay. So if we take a look at this here, if I use Thunder, then I'm going to break it, and then Relm's going to get a turn, but then Krile will be unable to avoid getting broken. So I'm actually just going to go for a Ray of Hope Plus here. Without wall, you really do have to think about your moves in this fight. It is not a joke. So yeah, here I'm just going to HP plus, and then I am going to Sketch plus, because that will put a next turn in front of the enemy. Okay, Krile, I'm going to pop a Thunder. So here is where we're going to get Sherlotta's skill up, her EX up. And in the process, the boss is going to get a very large amount of bravery, but we're going to shave most of it off, so that's completely fine. Yeah, if we HP plus, then the sap should allow Sherlotta to not get broken. There we go. So she's going to take some damage here. Or not, because remove evasion passives is OP. Let's use Sketch. Refresh the Sketch debuff. See, the damage is already starting to drop off a fair bit, and it's not even lost that much health yet, which is unfortunate, but hey. I'm going to save her EX to refresh Sketch. Okay. We need to bravery here, because when the crystal has one turn left, that means it's on its last turn, if that makes any sense. Oof, that ATK. God damn it. Of course it would have a launch opportunity. Why wouldn't it? Let's see, what do we want to do here? What we want to do is we want to save as much as possible on, we don't want to use too many skills. So I'm going to do this, and then I am actually going to go ahead and just use her skill 1. And right now we can see that the boss has a ridiculous amount of bravery, and there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to shave that. So because Relm is on free turn, this is actually where I'm going to swap out for a friend, Sherlotta. And we use Light the Crystal, and you'll see that that's actually not an instant turn because it's a Relm free turn. But what we can do get rid of that bravery. And because, to be quite honest, I don't actually trust that we're going to be able to do enough damage to that thing in this time period, I'm actually just going to go straight into the summon. Because Relm ain't going to do... She ain't going to do much damage with quick dual cast. So if I use Ray of Hope, then my friend Sherlotta is going to be able to do an absolute ridiculous amount of damage. Oh, look at this, we've got a launch. Let's absolutely use that. That is glorious. Let's see here. Definitely need to get that bravery down. Actually, going to go ahead and use one of these. Oh, thank God it missed. That might have been a mistake. Could have taken a lot of damage right there. There, that should do it. And here comes back Relm with some much needed attack auras. I don't like that one bit. I can't like not break that thing. So yeah, there we go with the sketch summon. Ah, if only I had a purple. That HP++ would be so nice right about now. So I'm going to use my skill 1 here, but I'm going to absolutely save my skill 2 until after it uses its ability, because otherwise I'll be really screwed. And you might notice I'm saving most of my sketch summons with Relm until the end. That is a number. So let's do this. I want to get the sap off of Sherlotta if I can. So I'm just going to kind of waste turns with it. Because its max bravery is 90,000. Let's get that gone. 18,000. We still have the the sap on it, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, there we go. So let's honestly just do this. Relying on Krile here. Oh god, that's a pretty high number. Come on. There we go. We survive, I think. We do survive, somehow. Okay. That, I can work with that. Whew, goddamn. We're into the final stages now. Gotta pay attention and just make sure we don't get killed by something stupid. I'm liking those remove evasions. I'll tell you that for sure. There we go, that's the last sap. Okay, we need to summon here, otherwise Krile's going to get broken. And of course we take HP damage. Why actually wouldn't we take HP damage? There goes my last thunder. It's time to go all out. I know I could have managed my additional abilities much better, but hey. It's a bit of a gamble here. No, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I want to have it recover. Ah! And we're actually completely fine. Come on, Relm, let's finish it. There we go. I could say something like, that wasn't too bad, but I'll be honest, I had to concentrate there. You really have to not mess up if you're fighting without wall, for example. There we go. That's my complete, and I just kind of barely squeaked by the HP requirement. Gonna be honest, this would have been much easier if Krile was 3 out of 3. But she is still usable at her base EX, and Relm again is just proving that she is incredibly useful, even in Chaos stages, in the right sort of lineup. So that's going to be my second run for this, somewhat more difficult and less of a face roll than the first time. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope maybe it kind of gave you some ideas, or at the very least that it was just kind of fun to watch. I'm really not sure about Krile at the moment. Like, I kind of want to purple her, but at the same time there's a lot of characters coming up next month that I want to do that for as well. So depending on how my pulls go, if I get some, I definitely plan to get a book for Ultimecia. I might get one with Rem and Machina as well, and it depends on how many ingots the Dimension's End is going to give us. So I guess we're going to see how it goes. Anyway, until next time, thanks everyone for watching, and until then, take care and see you later.